So, Kevin Feige, man, this dude pretty much gets around everywhere nowadays. So, recently, just kind of being interviewed, and they kind of ask him about, plans, because he says there's always a plan in case they can get a character back and how they know how they would use them. So, just regarding the possibility of reacquiring X-Men, Fantastic Four, and all that, and he didn't say much, but he just kind of said, who knows what can happen in the future. Now, I've seen tons of people talk about this everywhere going, well, what does he mean by that? And I think what he means is literally what's there. Honestly, I won't. Yeah. It really would not shock me if, 10 years from now, they just use, Doctor Strange or the Infinity Gauntlet, and they're like, hey, look, we can bring all these franchises together for Secret Wars or something, because guess what? Marvel runs Hollywood, so they can do it. Yeah. So that's really it. I don't...
Well, here's the thing. It might even happen sooner, because James Gunn has come out and said he wants to use Annihilus for Guardians 3. Now, Fox clearly owns that, and we know they've done a trade in the past. We don't know if they've done trades before. So...
I mean, maybe he's testing the waters with the Watchers as well in Guardians 2.
No, they co-own that anyway.
They co-own it, but still, it's kind of... Once you see them on screen, everybody sort of gasped in the audience.
Anyone who knew, anyway.
Anyone who knew that the main one was, a Fox property, I figured their entire species, everything about them was going to be
interesting,
Fox.
Though, how... before, you watch interviews between the two studios and people that run them, and they're very dismissive of it. Go back to Sony in 2012, 2013. Hey, are we ever going to see a crossover? Nope. Everybody's just no, it's a clear cut. And now, after the Spider-Man deal, every time they kind of talk about it, they're like, well, I don't know, wait and see. Or the other studio, someone at Fox is like, oh, we're definitely building bridges. And you're just like, it's not a clear...
It's gonna happen.
It will.
Are you sure they're not teasing us though? They know.
They're just rubbing the tip with the thumb.
Yeah, they know something happened before, and they're just like, yeah. I mean, we're just saying this, but it probably won't happen. We're just saying it so you could get excited about our projects.
Yeah.
I honestly don't see Marvel as. I don't see Marvel Studios as doing that. Remember when?
Fox.
Remember when Amazing Spider-Man 2 was coming out? And Andrew Garfield was candidly photographed outside a comic shop holding Avengers comics clearly positioned at the camera. And they were like, oh, TMZ was like, look at the picture we got. Is he in the Avengers? No. This is tactical marketing. Look at that screenshot and how obviously staged it is. And
it's trying to gauge
interest. And if you go back and watch the interviews with Mark Webb and Andrew Garfield, explicitly every interview they're asked, oh, we would love to, but Sony's never going to let us. Sony won't let us. It's the suits. And now the landscape has really changed in Hollywood. I mean, it's not just that Marvel was able to unite, Universal property and Paramount and all these other things to make the Avengers and the MCU. Other companies are now making those same deals among themselves. And I think it's coming to this point where the studios are literally at each other's throats now, because look at the whole King Kong universe and all that. That's different aspects and different suits all come together being look, we need to do this or we're going to get buried if we don't. So, the X-Men...
And now we're getting King Kong versus Godzilla, which is pretty awesome.
I think there's something more there, and it won't shock me. They could literally come at the end of Infinity War. We watch it next year, and they're like, oh yeah, the next movie's called Secret Wars, fuck you. And we're like, oh shit. It's Hugh Jackman shows up in the fucking post-credit scene or some shit. We don't know, so... But...
Well, I mean, I doubt Hugh Jackman would be there, but the new Wolverine might...
Honestly, if I think Kevin Feige, if he was to go to Hugh Jackman and Fox, we want you...
Oh, see, then you're
right.
Do
you know what? I think Hugh Jackman even said in an interview that that's the only way he would do another.
Yeah,
or Deadpool, right?
I think he specifically listed that,
No, he didn't say Deadpool, no, because
it was for
Reynolds was trying to get him to do it.
I can just picture the scene. All the Fox suits are sitting around, Hugh Jackman's lawyers and everything. Kevin Feige literally walks in wearing everyday clothes and his Marvel hat, puts a briefcase on it, opens it up, there's a Wolverine suit. He goes, put this on, sign his contract, be in our movie. Everybody just signs off because there's fucking instant money. That's exactly what it would be. It's...
When you just said about opening the briefcase and the Wolverine suit, all I could picture was the end of Pulp Fiction with the golden light. The Wolverine suit.
I really think that this entire crossover thing is less than 10 years away. It's
so they keep talking about it. I know people keep asking about it, but they keep actually giving a response. It's not no fuck off. Like we're getting actual answers now, and like the fact that we know they trade characters, it's kind of like it's happening. It's just got to be
right
patient.
Now. They're still in that like, hey, look, we're dating stage. Things are a little bit shaky. You're still talking to your ex-boyfriend over there, but we're making progress. Look at what we're doing here. You know, you're coming over. We're sitting together. We're playing Mario Kart. You're using the fucking blue mushroom, but it's okay because we're making Legion, so it's still good. So.
Marvel's like, what gift I got you? I brought you the
right,
gift.
So in 2 years, one of the studios is going to be like, will you marry me? And the other one's going to ejaculate on their face. And then we're getting Secret Wars. So
yeah.
At this point, though, how long now is it before the Fantastic Four rights actually lapse back to Marvel?
You have 5 years.
Another 5 years.
It's 2 years old now, you've got 5 years.
So we're positioning it...
It's not that long.
I know, but I was hoping it was like, well, it's been 2 years now. So, hopefully another 3, and it will be.
Put it this way: it's longer than Spider-Man.
I just mean shit because they've got time to make another one now.
Well, they had time to make another.
But here's the thing:
years, but they're not gonna...
No one is going to invest in another Fantastic Four. I've talked to people that I've talked to people that do the whole things, which I made a video about analysis and how they invest in a movie. There's a legit guy that told me a studio and some of the other people, like brand companies, like hypothetically, I can't tell you which one, but let's say Microsoft. Microsoft is more willing to pay to put their branding on any new property Marvel Studios is willing to put out, as D-list as it might be, than they are into Fantastic Four, even if the Fantastic Four deal is going to cost them close to 90% less. So think about how damaged that brand is from a technical standpoint. Like,
unless Marvel gets it back, Fantastic Four is worthless.
Well, here's my thing, right? I can guarantee you, part of the reasons why they're letting Fox make TV shows is to stop them from making Fantastic Four movies. So, right, we'll let you use the rights. We still own them, but you can't make them. You just let that rights lapse.
Can we just have a Fantastic Four TV show then instead, and just let Marvel Studios handle the production?
What if they appeared in Inhumans? The best place you could probably put
It's true.
Just at the end, it's just like, there we go.
Yeah, nice little cameo, lead off into a spin-off. IMAX, like they could do an IMAX big reveal for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah. It's...
Even Humans popular, it'd build up enough hype.
But it's also interesting because people will bring it up being like, oh, Fox doesn't own Fantastic Four, it's Constantine Films. Yes, they're the ones that got the license, but Fox is the one that bought the distribution and all that from them. So Constantine Films is literally tied in just by the fact that they got grandfathered into Fox buying it. So,
but what was the last Constantine film made?
Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Yep.
But
and working on another.
Weren't Constantine Films going bust or something?
As long as they keep making Resident Evils,
yeah, that shit makes money.
For some reason, they make a huge amount of money.
Yeah, because Asians like the white women.
They are guilty pleasure movies for me. I must admit.
Yeah.
I don't hate them as much as I.
I haven't watched one since the first one.
Oh.
They get so stupid, and like it just becomes so bad it's good almost.
So yeah, that's our discussion. We're all kind of thinking that something's going to happen sooner or later, probably a little bit in the middle there, probably not 10 years out, but not tomorrow. So make of that what you will.